92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, whenever I'm getting my makeup done at the Nordstrom makeup counter,
That worries me.
I always think, why aren't any guys coming over here and hitting on these girls? I mean, they're all nice, they're all cute, you know,
That's a
they're
good point.
friendly. Personally, I'm there just to get, the shine down off my forehead a little bit before I go out for the evening. But I figure, why don't guys hit on them? Apparently, they do, and that's how Cam got a date with the girl he wants us to call today.
Really?
Cam, how are you?
I'm all right.
How'd you pick up this girl? You were walking through Nordstrom and she came up and talked to you and you just asked her for a number, or had you seen her before? And
Well, I've been through there a couple times, trying to find, good ties and dress shirts, but she just had these eyes that kind of, I don't know, it just caught my attention every time, and I saw her over one of the perfume counters, and I had to go over and say hi.
Did you do like the whole, hey, I need some perfume for my sick grandma?
Sick grandma?
Well,
I don't know
girls
that
always
is
fall for the
sexy.
sick grandma card.
I don't know.
Is that what you did, though? Did you go over there and be like, I need some perfume for my mom for Mama's Day? Like trying to...
Actually, yes, that's exactly what I did.
Really?
That's
Awesome.
kind of genius. It obviously went well for you.
Yeah, we talked it up, and she was just cute and amazing. She had a great voice, too, so it was all kind of the whole package came together, and it kind of
Does that turn you off? Like, if their voice isn't, you walk up and you're like, oh, sorry about that. You have a very raspy voice. I don't like it.
It does.
So you have like a butt guy, a boob guy. You're a voice guy.
Yeah.
Something for everybody out there, apparently. What did
So
you guys...
tell us about your date.
I took her out to this seafood place, really high-end, and it went great. Got some nice recommendations from the waiter. We got a bottle of wine, and we just had this great time. But I don't know. By the end, it felt like she wanted to kind of bust out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted dessert, but she was looking to go. And then the walk to the car kind of. Let's just say I went in for the kiss, and the hug happened.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the worst.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Was there like a certain turning point that you can remember in the date?
Not really. I mean, there was one point where I got my order, and I ordered the salmon, and she kind of got hers, and she asked me for kind of a bite of what I had, and I'm not really a food sharer.
Yeah.
So you told her no?
Well, yeah, because it's kind of a first date thing.
Did she go for to grab some food off your plate and you smacked her hand out of the way? No.
I'd pick up the check. I will buy you anything you want, but
Right.
if I order it, it's because I want the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of sharing food either. It's like we've been dating for a while. You can have a bite. But
on a first date, though.
Yeah, on a first date, it's kind of weird. We've had a second date update before where this actually ruined the date was because the girl kept taking food off of his plate. Remember that? And he wouldn't call her back. So did she act awkward when you were like, no, I want my own food?
The eyes stopped smiling a little.
Huh.
Oh, no.
So you think you offended her?
Maybe. But that's the thing is I it's hard to read girls sometimes. So
How about all the time?
Yeah.
Have you tried to get a hold of her and ask her out? And what's her response? Is there a response?
there's been no response. Jubal. It's been like nothing from the texts or calls. It's just kind of blank.
All right. So she's just not responding to anything.
No, and I don't want to go back to the store and hunt her down from the men's section. That's just I think that'd be way too creepy.
Well, she has to talk to you at that point, though. No. If you go to the perfume table again and you're just like, hey, we got to discuss this right now. I want to make a purchase and you have to talk to me. It's really a great idea, I think.
No, it's not.
All right, man. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Awesome.
All right, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Cam?
Yeah.
I didn't even ask you. Why do you want to call Mackenzie in the first place? Really, she sounds like a terrible person to me.
Oh, come on, Jubal.
First date, wanted to borrow food. You know what I mean?
She just wanted to bite.
A bite? Yeah, but that is just rude, trying to steal your food on a first date.
You know it's always a gateway bite.
Yeah.
You guys.
You can rethink this second date update if you want to, Cam.
Nah, I still got to find out what happened.
All right. If you're just tuning in, Cam wants us to call Mackenzie. They went on a first date together to a seafood restaurant. He ordered some salmon. She asked to have a bite of it, and he told her no. And that's where he thinks the date went south, because she kind of tightened up after that and maybe thought it was rude that he wouldn't allow her to have a bite of his food. He went in for the kiss at the end of the evening. got a hug instead,
Ouch.
and has heard nothing from her since the date.
Now, Cam, if she's that mad over a bite of food, do you want to go out with her again?
Yeah, depending upon what the food is, I'm open to it.
I like
So
that.
it's like if it's like pizza, it's okay because that already comes sliced, and it's like a, kind of like you can already take that off. But if it's a piece of fish or something like that, don't touch it, right?
Absolutely.
All right, you ready to give her a call?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Mackenzie?
This is she.
Hey, Mackenzie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5.
Okay. I'm sorry. What's going on?
The reason I'm calling you is because you recently went out on a date with a friend of the show. His name is Cam.
Okay.
And Cam emailed us because he'd like to see you again, but he's wondering why you're not answering the phone or responding to any of his text messages.
Okay.
So we figured, why not call her
Yeah.
and see if she'll tell us if Cam did something wrong on your date.
I mean, I don't really want to see him again.
Was it because he wouldn't let you have some of his food? He told us about how you wanted to share like a bite of his food that he got, and he said no, and that's where he felt like the date went wrong.
I mean, that was really weird. Like, I've never had anyone, like, deny someone a bite of their food before, but it wasn't.
Did you just not like him?
I mean, he's just not like a guy I would want to see again.
Did you feel that way from the very beginning of the date, or did something happen throughout it to change your mind?
I mean, he was nice enough for most of it. Yeah.
It's okay, Mackenzie. This is a safe place. You can tell us what happened.
This is so weird. He got a text in the middle of dinner that kind of ended it.
He got a text in the middle of dinner?
Yeah.
Are you saying like he checked his... I mean, that's rude, especially if you're on a first date to check your phone.
No, I mean, I check my phone on dates. It was just, he got a text and he started laughing really hard. And then I asked what he was laughing about. And he showed me his phone, and it was just like a picture of a car with the windshield had, I guess, like Hershey syrup, it looked like, all over it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And like someone had like written on it like stupid.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
And I was like, why is that funny? And he said that it was his ex-girlfriend's car.
Oh, psycho.
And then he said that his buddy had gone to the supermarket, saw her car in the parking lot, and then like thought it would be funny, so he like went in and bought stuff and vandalized her car.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, that's
And he
horrible.
showed you that and he was laughing about it?
Yeah, he thought it was like insanely funny.
That is really bad on a couple levels. One, you don't want to talk about your ex on a
Oh
first
my
date.
gosh.
Secondly, you don't want to be laughing about the fact that one of your buddies just vandalized her car.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to be cool. I thought I was nice and left the date in a good way. I just don't want to see, he's not the type of guy.
Yeah,
for
well,
me.
Yeah.
Hey, Mackenzie,
Yeah.
real quick before I let you go, I do want to tell you one thing. Cam is actually on the phone and heard what you just said.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Hey, Mackenzie.
Hey, Cam.
Look, that was my friend Mike. He did it. It wasn't even me.
Yeah, but Cam, it's not so much who did it, it's the fact that you showed it to her and were laughing about it. You can see why she'd be upset about that, right?
It was just like so uncomfortable. Like it made me feel so grossed out. Weird.
Mackenzie, you don't understand how horrible of a person she was. It's taken me months to get over like the things she's done to me. She was just psychologically an assassin.
See?
an assassin.
You hear that, Mackenzie?
Psychological assassin.
She deserved what she got. Does that make it better?
Oh, no.
Who cares if your ex is like a or like what she did to you? Like you still showed me a picture of her car like vandalized and like laughed at it. I mean, we went on one date. We shouldn't be talking about our exes at all at this point, let alone you telling me how much she screwed you up. That's not a good way to start.
I understand that. It just caught me off guard, and I was really surprised, and I really reacted to it. And I didn't want to be rude and not tell you what I was laughing about, but I could see it was a mistake. I made a mistake.
Did you call her afterwards? Did you talk to her? Did you tell her, sorry, my friend's an a-hole?
No, because she
Okay,
doesn't
then
pick up
no.
the phone I call.
That's not an excuse. Your friend's an a-hole, and it sounds like you're an a-hole.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're still hung up on your ex.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're blaming everything in your life on this woman.
Yeah, it's so much so that even your buddies are going out of their way to vandalize her property.
If you dated her, people that date crazy people should take a look in the mirror. There's a reason why you stuck around with a crazy person.
Amen, sister.
Mackenzie, you need to relax, okay? It's not that big of a deal. It's just chocolate sauce on her windshield. You can get that off at a car wash. I mean, come on. It's not like he slashed her tires or did anything that remotely truly damaged the car.
Okay, so it's awesome your friend isn't a total criminal. He still sucks. And the fact that you are supporting him is, like, really gross and weird. I have decent relationships with my exes. We can say hi to each other like normal people because we're grown-ups who go on dates and it didn't work out.
Right.
You sound like you've got major issues.
So I'm assuming, Mackenzie, you think if you go out with Cam again and then stop dating him one day, your car will end up ruined.
We'll be chocolated.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. My friend defended me. He felt like I still had some issues. Obviously, I'm working through it, but I'm working through it by finding someone who's good and decent and not crazy. And that's what I found in you. So if you give me a chance, I can. That will never happen to your car.
We've heard a lot of romantic things in the second date update before,
Yeah.
but I've never heard something so romantic as, I promise if you go out with me again, I will not vandalize your car. That was the sweetest thing I've ever heard, Cam.
There's a tear in my eye.
Yeah. Mackenzie, I would like to ask you if you'll go on a second date with Cam. We will pay for the date.
No, I think I'm all set. Thank you.
You sure?
Surprise,
Yeah, I'm
surprise.
pretty sure.
Mackenzie, please, if I could just have one more chance.
Sorry, dude. I mean, you seem not totally psychotic, but I don't, take some time and get over her and then try a different girl.
Don't even call me.
Wow.
Wow. All right, Mackenzie. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Cam,
Yeah.
you really still don't see what you did as wrong.
The only thing I think I did wrong there was I shouldn't have shown her the picture. I should have just laughed or kept it myself. Or you know what? Just kept my phone in my pocket.
Yep, you're right. I don't necessarily have a problem with what you did. It's the fact that you showed it to her.
Yeah, hide your douchebag there.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
One of our listeners, Jordan, sent us an email asking for a second date update.
Okay.
And I feel like we're kind of obligated to take his phone call
Why?
because he says he got his first date idea from listening to our show.
Oh, look it.
So in a way, it's kind of our fault he's getting ghosted right now.
Oh,
Now,
I thought it was a positive. I
well,
guess it's not.
I mean, he's not getting a call back from this woman.
Well.
But Jordan, did you take her to the cafeteria at the courthouse to interview criminals? Like Jose's segment, What You Doing at the Courthouse?
No.
Okay, what are you talking about
Dog
then?
shot collar question
Oh,
of
yeah.
the day.
Electrocute each other? That's kind of romantic.
Or did you shoot lasers at her for laser stories?
All good ideas, but the one I rolled with was the TikTok Target date.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that I was supposed to go on with my husband, and we haven't gotten around to it yet.
Oh, yeah.
That sounded super fun,
It
though.
did.
Okay, well, to remind our listeners, if you didn't hear that, there was a TikTok trend for a date night activity where one person walks up and down the aisles at Target with their arms flapping up and down, and the other person walks behind them and randomly says stop. And then whatever item your arms are pointing at, you have to figure out how to include that into your date night.
And the idea is you're supposed to get your food, your entertainment, and then just something maybe weird. Or...
Yeah.
So that's what you did, Jordan.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. So I can start at the beginning.
That's a good place to start usually.
Yeah.
No,
I like this, Jordan.
I want it to end.
Yeah.
What's the girl's name? Can we start there?
Yeah, Ariel. I met her on an app, and when I threw out the suggestion, so I got to give you guys a little bit of props because that seemed to be the thing that made her go for it. She seems down for it. Seemed kind of fun. I kind of liked it. So it seemed like it's something like not as traditional, like just take you to coffee or something like
Right.
that.
Totally. It's really creative.
Well, I mean, Ariel's a woman, and this involves Target, so
Easy.
there's no way she's going to say no.
This is a bad precedent to set on
It
a
is.
first date because if you guys end up in a relationship, you're doing Target every weekend.
Every weekend,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
So how did the Target date go?
Well, we got the weirdest items. Like, she's the one who was doing the flapping, so I don't know if she was trying to make it extra weird, but
Oh.
What'd you get?
a 6-pack of paper towels, and that was like, okay, we could do something with that.
That's good no matter what.
Yeah, clean your apartment.
There you go.
Okay.
Useful.
We got frozen peas,
That's not that bad.
Good cook, huh?
Okay.
chocolate milk.
All
Ooh,
right.
yeah.
This sounds like
Sounds like one of my meals I'm feeding to my 3-year-old.
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
And this is where it may have went a little south, is we got adult diapers.
Oh,
no.
no. You have to use them on the date?
Yeah.
Please just eat the peas out of them. Don't,
Yeah.
don't do the other thing.
Did you
Okay.
incorporate everything?
Oh, yeah. There's still one more item.
Uh-oh.
We got some entertainment to go along with it, which was Bob's Builders box set.
What did the cashier say as you're checking out with adult diapers and Bob's
And
Builders?
frozen peas.
She gave us the looks like this is a random set of items, but she didn't say anything, fortunately.
Yeah.
She's like, you're on drugs, aren't you?
Or they would maybe assume that you're a married couple and you have some kids at home that you're
Oh, that's-
shopping for.
And some pelvic floor issues when you can't control your
Hey, no
urine.
judgment here. So what did Ariel think about all this stuff?
She thought it was as random and weird as I was, but she's like up for that stuff. You know, she has blue hair, which is kind of random, and
Cool.
Really doesn't match her name, though. Very disappointing.
Yeah, I got. That's true. It should be red.
Mhm.
I didn't think of that.
So what did you guys do?
so we did it at her place, and we mashed the peas. So we had a mashed pea dinner. It was
Ew.
It sounds like a terrible British
It's
dish.
Yeah.
got a little mint and little mushy peas.
Okay.
And then so we cleaned up with the paper towels, obviously, easy one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we sat on the couch and we had to deal with the adult diapers. So we decided to put on the adult diapers over the clothes.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Dude,
Funny.
I can picture you two sitting in adult diapers. I mean, were you laughing? What was the what was the vibe?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's half laughing at the other person and half embarrassment that they're looking at you in an adult diaper.
Oh my god.
So you're
That's
so you're
great.
sitting on the couch at her apartment in adult diapers, sipping chocolate milk and watching Bob the Builder.
Eating mushy
Yeah.
peas.
I mean, I don't even think I have to ask. You guys definitely hooked up after that.
You would think, you're right, nailed it. And here's kind of what's prompting my call is she was like, hey, my roommate's coming home. This is going to look really weird. And
I'm sorry. That's really funny.
Did she ask you to take the diaper off?
She quick. Get out of here.
I thought it would be pretty memorable to walk away wearing the diaper, so I kept it on. But then when
Oh
I
my god. Why do you think she isn't calling you back, bro?
I mean, come on. You know why.
Yeah, like, I get it. The date was a little quirky, but she seemed to be a good sport about it. And then, so now she's, like, hasn't really been getting back to me.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking, like, was it the adult diaper or, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I know. Even though I 1,000% endorse the Target date, and I want to do it myself,
Yeah.
it may have been too silly. Like, you guys didn't get enough time to get to know each other.
There's not a lot of room for sex appeal
Yeah.
when you're sitting in an adult diaper eating mashed up peas.
I'm turned
Speak
off
for
just
yourself,
hearing
bro.
this.
I am doing that when I go home this weekend.
I mean,
No, no,
did
no.
you did you feel chemistry with her at all, or was that just kind of impossible?
You'd be surprised how open you guys will be wearing an adult diaper when you...
I guess you can break the walls down.
Let's find out. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Ariel for you.
Can you at least ask her how the episode ended when Bob the Builder lost his tools?
It's really been killing you, huh?
Can he fix it?
Oh, man, it was this end of season. It was the best episode.
Cliffhanger. All right. We'll play a song. We'll come back and we'll ask her. Hold on. You want to know how to properly seduce a woman?
I do, yeah.
Sugar.
Oh,
You
wow.
came to the right place.
Oh!
First, you gotta cruise on into that Tajay and stock up on frozen peas and chocolate milk and a large pack of extra absorbent adult diapers.
Oh, it's gonna get messy, girl.
If you really want to leave her moaning for more, you better reach for that DVD box set of Bob the Builder. Can he fix it? You tell me, baby. You tell me.
I think he can.
He's fixing it with 3 X's.
Yeah, I wish I was making any of that up.
Oh my
but
God,
You're
it's
right,
crazy.
though.
That's actually what one of our listeners, Jordan, did for his first date. Now, he did that because of the TikTok Target trend that we talked about on our show, where you take someone to Target, you grab a bunch of random items off the shelves and figure out how to turn those things into a fun date night. And those were the items that they ended up with. Peas, paper towels, chocolate milk, a DVD of the Bob the Builder, and adult diapers.
Yeah, that was it.
I gotta say, man, I don't know if I would have picked the aisle with the adult diapers in it to even go down. You know? Yeah.
What else is in that aisle?
I know. How did you not hit the wine aisle
Right.
in this whole trip?
In retrospect, I would have picked different aisles, but I don't go to Target that much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's his first time
Candle
playing the
aisle.
game.
I mean, even the towel aisle would have been better.
That's good.
Well, now his date Ariel is not calling him back after what was actually kind of a romantic attempt at a date.
But it was still a fun date. Like,
Yeah.
it sounded like the energy was great.
Yeah, so she should appreciate it was silly, but I don't know. Let's give her a call and try and figure out where her head is at. You ready to do this, Jordan?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Oh my God. I'm actually kind of excited to hear this.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you here. So let's dial the number. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Ariel?
Yes.
Hi, Ariel. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How are you doing?
Fine.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the most normal answer we've ever heard.
Yeah, but also a little bit of anger behind that, I heard.
What?
When a woman says fine. Anyway, the reason I'm calling is we're doing a segment called a second date update. Have you ever heard of that before?
No. What is that?
So basically, that's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if your date isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them for you to ask them the reason why.
Okay.
Okay? And so recently you went out with a guy named Jordan.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Oh. I
Yeah.
feel like we have to take some blame for the Target date that he told us about because he heard about it on our show.
Oh my gosh, he told you about it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He told us that you went to Target together. You ended up grabbing a bunch of random items, including frozen peas, chocolate milk, adult diapers.
Because he was like telling you when to stop.
He did tell you that?
Yeah, he told us the whole thing,
It's
and that you ended up
hilarious.
going back to your place and using all those items and then watching Bob the Builder on your couch. He did want me to ask you how the episode of Bob the Builder ended that you kicked him out where he loses his tools.
Of course. I'm not going to talk about it. I didn't watch it.
Oh.
You turned it off. No.
So Jordan understands that it was a weird date, that it wasn't the most
Yeah.
romantic thing, but he was just trying to roll with it. Can you maybe give him the benefit of the doubt there?
Well, okay. So, like, it was kind of funny at the time, you know, like, and in the beginning, it's a funny idea. It's like not a standard date, which I'm all for. But then once we're back at my place and we're like starting to implement everything, I figure out what's going on. And I'm kicking myself because I'm like, why didn't I see this earlier? He totally did this on purpose.
Whoa,
Oh my gosh.
What?
Did what?
So, like, I'd be flapping, and, like, he would say stop, and we're in the frozen food section, you know, and, I look up where my arm is pointing, and I think I'm pointing at dessert, and he's like, oh, it's frozen peas.
And then, like, going past toothpaste and mouthwash and, like,
Yeah.
chapstick. You know, all these, like, romantic date kind of things.
You think toothpaste and mouthwash is romantic?
Well, it could be set you up for a good makeout session. I see what you're saying.
Exactly. So, like, this is what I'm thinking. And then we're past it, and we're in adult diapers, and I'm surrounded by them. Like, there's nothing else around me.
Wonder what she's going to land on.
Yeah, and then, like, okay, adult diapers. This is, like, getting weird. But, again, you know, like, at that point, I'm still thinking, this is hilarious. We're going to, like, make it funny.
Yeah, you don't think that's his intent now?
Well, no, and here's the thing. So once we're back at my place and we're, like, getting it set up, I'm putting on a diaper and he's asking me to help with his, and I'm, like, helping him put on this diaper. It's a little weird. And then we're, like, settled into the couch, and he's there with his mushy peas and his chocolate milk, and he's watching Bob the Builder. I'm just looking over thinking, oh my gosh, I got roped into a date with an adult baby, and I'm just definitely not into it.
Time out.
I wouldn't call it timeout. That's
I'm doing you favors. Ariel.
Ariel, this is Jordan.
Yeah, hold on, Jordan. I need to tell her, Ariel, Jordan's been on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm trying to find out what went wrong with our date, and now I'm finding out what went wrong with our date, and you're thinking that I somehow have this evil genius plan to, like, get dressed up like a baby. Like, you were flapping your arms. Everything was randomly picked. Like,
But it wasn't random. It wasn't random. I swear to you, I was pointing at ice cream sandwiches, and you pick peas.
I don't know Target, okay? Like, I don't even go to Target very much.
Yeah, the only time he's gone, he was riding inside one of those little red cars. He couldn't see.
Oh, give him a break. I mean, can you understand why she would think that, though, Jordan?
Well, I understand that, okay, hey, yes, we are wearing adult diapers, but that was kind of the point, was that it was this random fun date.
Yeah.
You just said that was the plan, to be wearing adult diapers. You just said it. You said it. You picked all these, like, little baby things.
And the plan was to be random and fun, and I don't have this, like, deep-seated thing where I want to wear adult diapers and eat peas around you.
No, but, like, listen, you kept saying you didn't know what Bob the Builder was. How did you know the theme song? You knew that theme song.
It's a catchy theme song. After you hear it once or twice, then
I've never even heard it. I don't know what it is.
I know the Bob the Builder
Everyone
theme,
does.
I don't have
Yeah.
kids.
Can he fix it? Yes, he can. I mean, that's it. Like,
No, you're saying it wrong, Brooke, but that's okay.
Bob the Builder.
Can he fix it?
Oh, whatever,
Yeah,
Jeffrey.
the
Okay,
tone
we're
was
not
all
talking
wrong,
about.
So there you go.
Okay,
What I think what we're
I'm saying it's true men know Bob the Builder. It's fine.
Sorry. Sorry for Jeffrey's Bob the Builder flex over there.
Hey, it's Robert the Builder.
Yeah. But I actually honestly believe Jordan. I think that he totally screwed up the date. And I think that, Jordan, maybe like the wine aisle and like a game of Twister may have been something you wanted to point at instead.
Yeah, if you're going to cheat, you could have cheated a lot better.
But men are just terrible planners sometimes. I mean, not all men, but he is. Jordan is.
She's right. We are.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he actually looked kind of cute in that diaper.
No, Jeffrey.
No, it was not cute. And like all I'm doing, I'm sitting there thinking like, just wait until date number 2 happens, and like it gets even weirder. And he's sitting on my lap, and I'm like spoon feeding him mashed bananas.
that is ridiculous. That would never happen. Like I have friends that listen to the show. Like me and my friends, like we're fans of the show. So there's people listening that I know that are going, "Oh, what the heck's wrong with Jordan right now?" And I'm like, "Wait, calm down." But like,
well, it's okay, Jordan. You need to calm down. You are right about one thing. That date would never happen unless I ask her right now, Ariel, would you like to go out on one more date with Jordan? We pay for this.
No.
Who would he say?
Stop it,
Who's
Jeffrey.
a good girl?
Meanwhile, I'm over here having PTSD.
No, come on. We'll throw in a Babies R Us gift card just for good measure.
He's joking. God. He's joking, Ariel. I think Jordan is a good guy. He put some effort in. It went wrong. Is there any way you can like erase the image of him in an adult diaper from your mind? Give him one more chance.
Please.
No, it is just too freaky for me.
We tried, Jordan.
Ultimately, I think it was obvious I was just trying to have fun. It's not obvious that I was trying to be like an adult baby.
Okay.
I'm not convinced.
All right, Jordan. Well, man, I feel bad about how this ended, and we normally don't do this, but instead of paying for a second date, we'll offer to pay for that Bob the Builder set so you can find out finally how that episode finishes.
Closure.
Yeah, fine. I'll take it. I'm kind of curious how it ended anyway.
Can we build it? Yes, we can.
Moving 92.5.
Have you ever been out on a hot date and done something totally innocent, but to the other person, it looked really bad? You know? Like, I know as a guy, if you're ever over at a girl's place trying to hook up, and you like hop into the bathroom to bust out some push-ups real quick to make your chest seem bigger.
Is that really something that you do?
Oh yeah.
Hope not.
You want to get that swell on to seem a little bit bigger than you are, but through the door, all she can hear is a bunch of grunting.
Yeah.
And then you come out all sweaty, and it's like, oh, you thought I would. Oh no, that's not what I was doing.
You don't hook up very much, do you, Jeffrey?
I had a rough go early on there. Well, one of our listeners apparently got himself into a situation that was totally legitimate, but it may have looked really, really bad.
Oh, no.
His name is TJ. TJ, we'll get to your embarrassing moment in just a second, but first, tell us about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Hey, guys. So her name is Alicia.
Okay. Jolly TJ. Where'd you meet Alicia?
I met her on that app, Plenty of Fish.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, we say it like that. Why did you choose Plenty of Fish, TJ? Can you tell us?
That is a good question. I
Yeah,
wonder.
yeah. I feel like Tinder and some of those other apps are more like hookup apps, and I'm at a place where I'm looking to meet somebody to have a relationship with.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Not what I think of Plenty of Fish.
I didn't know Fish had enough money to make an app. That's amazing.
Well, when there's plenty of them, they put all their little
I guess
coins
so.
together.
They just, pooled it.
We're just saying that because Plenty of Fish is kind of known in the dating world as like the very bottom end of the app, if that makes sense.
That's actually not what I've heard, and
Okay.
I kind of feel that Tinder's kind of the bottom of the barrel.
Okay.
So
If you like it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and you
honestly.
got, I mean, you got a hot date, it sounds like, out of it, right, TJ?
yeah, it was actually very interesting. She had a link in her bio to this YouTube video, and it was like her dancing at a wedding, and she had so much energy, and it was horrible. It was horrible dancing, but
Oh my God, I love you for that.
That is cool.
Yeah, we all know somebody that's just a terrible dancer, but you know what? It's cool that they just own it.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
the people who like really go all out are the ones that you love the most.
Yeah, that's really endearing.
Yeah, I mean, Alexis is in the room. She knows,
I was waiting
understands.
for that.
Yeah. Terrible dancer, Alexis.
Okay.
and if I'm being honest, I'm also a horrible dancer, but I do it with enthusiasm. So
Hey, there you go.
That's cute.
As long as you're having fun.
So did you use that as an opening line with her or something?
I actually did, and it was great because it wasn't that typical like, hey, what's going on? It was like, I'm also a bad dancer. That's what I said.
All right.
Okay.
Obviously, that worked out for you. So,
It did.
what'd you guys do for your date?
So I took her out to this nice restaurant and, dressed up, was really excited, get her a good meal, and it was a great time, but I'll be honest, I don't go to a lot of nice restaurants. I'm not like...
How dare you?
No.
You're not wealthy. Hang up on this
we
man.
only talk to people who go out to nice restaurants on a consistent basis.
Like I'm normally good with like Chipotle or McDonald's. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I feel that.
But I wanted to do something nice, and we go to this restaurant, and a little something happened at the beginning that I think maybe threw her off, and it threw me off.
Oh no.
I'm not used to places that bring you wines to the table and give you. They gave me like a little sample of the wine to taste it to see if I would like it. I was completely unaware that you're not supposed to spit it back out.
No,
Oh,
it's not
no.
a tasting. No.
You have to have like a spittoon if you're going to do that. Like,
Yeah.
where did you spit it back out? Right back in your glass?
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
Listen, I used to be a fine dining server. When you see someone not know what to do, it is excruciating as a server.
But honestly, she laughed, and like she didn't seem to judge me for that at the
That's
moment.
awesome.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be judged for it. I mean, it's a silly mistake, and it's cute that you're laughing at it yourself.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, is that the embarrassing thing that you said happened?
So that was a embarrassing thing that happened. There was
Oh.
something else. We got back on track. We had good conversation, had some wine, had a really good time.
Swallowed it this time.
Yeah, hopefully. It just spits it all night.
Exactly. They brought me a different glass, so it was great.
Nice.
Good service. Good service.
good service. And at the end, she had made it very clear when she got there, you know, like in a nice way that she would feel more comfortable if we split the check, which was totally cool with me. You know, I get that, no pressure. Yeah. So we did that. We each put our card on the bill, and she went to the restroom.
Okay.
Her card, she had like a unique cover on her card, though. It was actually really cool. It was like this eagle over the waves with a sunset. Like, I've never seen a credit card like this.
Yeah, where you can, I mean, you can get like personalized credit cards.
Right. I have
with, like,
a sports team on mine.
Whatever
like,
picture you want.
Yeah.
Totally. And I've seen sports teams. I've just never seen like this piece of art that was so neat.
Okay.
So I took a picture of it because I wanted to like keep this piece of art. It was so cool.
Oh.
And right as I was taking the picture of it, she came back to the table.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
That looks so bad.
Really icky.
Like now I think she thinks I was trying to like steal her credit card information or like.
What did you say to her?
I told her, I was like, no, I really like this design. And she kind of smiled.
It's a card.
Yeah.
It's a rectangle.
Did she tell you to delete the photo? I would have.
Yeah.
She didn't, but she like also kind of clammed up and grabbed her card immediately and put it back in her wallet. And
you're like, no, just sign this. I just want to see what your signature looks like.
By the way, what's your social?
Yeah, what's your birthday?
Just a coincidence.
So I feel so dumb because then the rest of the night, you know, like we kind of wrapped things up there and said goodnight. You know, we kind of gave each other a hug, but it was like kind of an awkward hug. And
you lost your momentum. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes. And it was going so well, guys, despite the wine mix-up. It was going so well. So I just, I feel dumb, guys, and I just don't know how to talk to her and get her back because she ghosted me. So
I mean, you do come across for sure as a credit card thief.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Just to be blunt.
I hope not, but I understand like why she would have thought that.
I mean, I hope not. I have a new TV, but it's fine.
Well, let's see what Alicia has to say. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call her, and we'll try and get you your second date, all right?
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, if you're single, trying to find love, you can treat every date like a learning experience.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
that's nice.
You kind of figure out what to do and what not to do in the dating world.
Yeah.
And one of our listeners, TJ, definitely learned a lot of things you shouldn't do when he went out with a woman named Alicia. Like he learned, do not spit your wine back into the glass when the server offers you a taste.
No.
Also, don't take a photo of your date's credit card because you think the design on the front's cool.
Some things you think people would already know.
Yeah. But the important thing is he's going to take these life lessons, chew them up, digest them, unlike his wine, and then maybe turn it into another date.
Okay.
He's gonna poop it
That's
out?
good. That's quite the cycle.
That's how you learn. But TJ, okay, if it doesn't work out, you know, it's all right. That's the whole idea behind the website Plenty of Fish, is that there's plenty of other fish for you to learn from.
Good point, Jeffrey.
Eventually, you're bound to snag one of these pesky fish, maybe one of the dumb ones.
You're saying it's a numbers game.
Yeah. So don't give up.
Maybe a throwback, but you can always keep it.
There you go.
If you want.
Fair enough. That's good to know.
Okay. I don't think he feels much better.
No.
TJ, I actually have a lot of faith in this one because I can totally understand, like, she met you on Plenty of Fish, you're taking pictures of her credit card, why she's not calling back, but I'll vouch for you that you're a stand-up guy and you weren't committing credit card fraud.
Yeah.
I appreciate that because I wasn't.
Okay.
How do you know, though, Brooke?
I don't know. I just trust him. He sounds like a nice guy.
Oh,
TJ.
God.
Like,
That's how you get scammed.
TJ
Brooke.
doesn't even know how to taste wine correctly. I mean, he's not sophisticated enough to pull off some, like, big scheme.
All
Don't
right.
insult the man.
I'm just saying.
And if
She's not wrong, guys. She's really not wrong. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Not wrong.
See? I like TJ.
Me too.
I believe you now, too, brother.
Okay, TJ, let's try and get you a second date. I'm going to call Alicia, and we'll see what she has to say. You ready?
I absolutely am. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's dial the number right now. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Alicia, please?
this is Shay.
Hi, Alicia. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
How'd you get this number?
We're just going through the phone book, dialing everybody's numbers, saying what's up.
There's no phone book listing of
We're
cell
bored.
phone numbers.
We're really bored.
Oh, well, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
The real reason I'm calling is we're doing something called a second date. Have you ever heard of that before?
I've heard people talk about it, but I didn't know it was a real thing.
Yep, it's real, and now you're on one. So
Congrats.
How about that?
Are you serious? This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Am I on air right now?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that cool with you, Alicia?
I mean, I guess. Sure.
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah,
It's
that works.
great.
That's an affirmative. So the reason why we're calling you is because a guy emailed us hoping to get a hold of you. His name is TJ.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Aw, you were all happy.
Not the fish you were hoping for.
Not really. I mean,
Oh, no.
he called you guys.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I mean, he told us all about your day and we spoke with him a little bit. He sounds like a really nice guy.
I mean, he's all right.
That's such a bad review.
I don't know how to explain this. I'm caught off guard. I'm sorry.
I mean, so TJ did, when we spoke to him, he told us about some of the awkward things that happened during your date.
Yeah.
Like he told us about spitting wine back into his glass when he was going to taste it.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure if he was trying to be funny or not. I mean, then I realized that he just didn't know what was going on.
But it was kind of like cute, right? Like it's one of those moments you're like, oh, you're so dorky. It's cute.
Yeah, it was more like, oh, you're so dumb and not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He said he had a few of those moments because he also told us about at the end of the night when he was taking a picture of your credit card. And he said that he wasn't trying to like steal your information off of it. He was just really impressed by the design on the front of the card.
Oh my God. All right. So that freaked me out initially. And the thought didn't cross my mind that he was trying to steal information because I could easily identify him and get him for that. But what really drove me nuts was like, so for dessert, he had ordered like, it was a decadent like peanut butter brownie dessert.
Okay.
And he was like handling his phone and he had touched my credit card and his fingers were just so filthy. It was like toddler sticky fingers.
Wait, what?
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry. You didn't think that he was like, I thought for sure you weren't calling him back because he looked like some credit card scammer, but you were just grossed out by him a little bit?
Yeah, like a lot of it.
Oh.
Because he had sticky fingers and he touched your credit card with them? That's it?
Spitting wine out.
It wasn't just sticky, like he had peanut butter like on his nail. Like it was just
Let's hope it was peanut butter.
Yeah.
yeah,
Come
well
on.
now that you mention it. I mean,
Oh,
my God.
I mean, I could see where that moment would be. I mean, but
I see how it would be sort of disgusting, but you think that you don't have a future with him romantically because he has sticky fingers after eating a delicious treat?
It was embarrassing. But I mean, there was like another issue that I had with him.
Oh.
So like after our date, I went on Facebook to look him up. I was very intrigued by his messy eating, but I noticed that we had a mutual friend. So I messaged her and asked her if did she know TJ? Like, did she go out on a date with him? And then that girl ended up messaging me on Messenger and said, TJ basically has a littering problem.
Littering?
What? Did you say littering, like throw garbage on the ground littering?
Yeah, and I'm like one of those people, I find that very disrespectful, and I'm not cool with that.
Yeah.
Basically, she had mentioned that they had gone out on a date to Chick-fil-A, okay? So
He definitely stepped up the class with your date, though, so maybe you should take that as a compliment.
I guess. But after he had finished eating, they were in the car, and he just kind of like chucked the whole bag of garbage out the window.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's bad.
I was
Okay.
like, who's tattling on people for littering? But that's like a moment. That's
Okay.
like,
We were talking about behaviors that you can change and can't change. You can't change a litterer. That's for
just
sure.
throws a whole bag of something out the window.
Yeah, that's
Are you
messed up.
sure? I mean, maybe this is like hearsay. You know, it's like this person knew this person who knew this person. Like, what if it's even just a different TJ altogether or something?
That's a good point. So let's ask TJ directly. TJ, are you a litterer?
So this is the problem with getting second. Hi, first of all, hi, Alicia.
So, Alicia, I should probably tell you that TJ's been on the other line listening and you heard everything that you said. Did I forget to mention that?
Yeah, you did.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and let me clarify because that's the problem with secondhand telephone. You know, people just say things. There was a giant cockroach on the floor of her car, and I had to use the bag to kill it, but it was climbing up on the bag, so I threw it out the window because I freaked out.
Whoa.
So, Alicia, what are you thinking here? Are you skeptical or do you believe him?
I mean, is that a real story? Like, why would you even go and handle a cockroach? I mean, they're fat. How could you even catch it?
What are the odds you're in a car and you see a cockroach? It's never happened once in my life. And then second, that it happens to climb on while you're throwing. I mean,
it depends on the state of the inside of that car.
Listen, he didn't know that he was going to have to defend himself in this story, Alicia, and he came up immediately with this response. I mean, either he's an incredible liar or that is just the truth.
That's a good point, Brooke.
I know it doesn't make me sound like the manliest man, but
and not the most hygienic person either. Like earlier we learned that you're a messy eater who doesn't care about getting those nasty peanut butter fingers on your phone.
How could you not see that? That would be a huge turnoff on a date.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know why.
And I bet he's the type of person that likes to lick the peanut butter off his fingers one by one.
It's definitely under his fingernail beds.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
well, actually, not anymore because he already sucked it all out.
Okay.
I'm going to throw up.
I mean, Alicia, would you have gone out with him again if you hadn't heard the litter story?
I don't know. I feel like maybe you need to go to finishing school or something.
Finishing school?
TJ, I don't think Alicia is trying to be mean. She's just trying to help you out so you don't do this again in the future.
Yeah. Frankly, she's not who I thought she was. And honestly, I don't mean to insult you, but you're being a negative Nancy right now.
Ooh,
oh, wow.
Dang, we got to bleep that?
I don't know.
That was bad.
I told you the aggressive TJ was coming out earlier.
Yeah.
He means business.
Honestly, I think you're being quite judgmental. And I thought we had a nice time. And if you're this nitpicky and judgmental, I don't know if I want a second date.
Oh.
Look at TJ laying down the law.
Tables have turned.
Is he a little more attractive when he does that, or are you rolling your eyes right now?
I mean, I'm fine with that choice. That makes it easier for me to say no.
Oh.
Well, no, you guys can't do that because I have to ask you if you guys would like to go out on another date first, and we'll pay for it.
I think I'm going to have to pass, you guys. I'm sorry.
I'm happy with this, guys. I'm going to have to pass, too.
Well, I'm sorry, TJ. No second date.
You know what? I'm fine with that, guys. There's plenty of fish, like you told me earlier.
Yeah, there you go. Or plenty of cockroaches, depending on what website you want to try.
Charity events are great places to meet people when you're volunteering there. I've met the last couple girls that I've gone on dates with at charity events.
Really?
Yeah, when I was volunteering at a couple of senior citizens' homes, doing some stuff there. And let me tell you, those ladies are just sweethearts.
Edna, your last girlfriend.
And experienced and stuff.
Oh, gross.
I love them. Anyway, that's where Tim, who's on the phone with us today, met the girl that he wants to call. Apparently he met her at some sort of church charity event, Tim?
Yeah, I was down there. I'm basically doing the heavy lifting, doing all the folding chairs and some of the tables.
Okay.
And did you plan? I mean, some guys go to charity events with the intention of meeting a girl, or were you actually doing something out of the kindness of your heart?
Well, I mean, I was there. I stay in pretty good shape, so I'm pretty physically fit. So I was there to do chairs and tables. But that being said,
so you use the charity event as a way to work out?
It's called a gym, like.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my workout. I work out in the morning, but I was doing it as a favor,
Yeah.
But my blinders were open. I mean, if there was a girl there, I'm going to meet her.
Still don't really have an answer to the question other than the fact that you just wanted to brag about how in shape you were. Were you there to meet women, or were you there to help with the charity, and then you happened to meet a woman?
The second one.
Second one, okay.
There we go, clear answer.
What is her name?
Her name's Allison.
Allison, all right. And how did you meet Allison? Did she walk up to you and was like, oh, wow, look at all the heavy lifting you're doing. I've never seen a man lift 17 chairs at once.
I can't do 17. I didn't do 17, but she was direct. She was standing by the chairs, and then I'd come over and pick a couple up, and then she'd tell me where to go. She'd say, like, put those 5 over there.
So she was directing where to put the chairs and things like that. Did you ask her out, or did she ask you out?
I'd say that's open to interpretation, but she was doing a lot of direct eye contact, so I took that as an opportunity to, say we should catch up sometime.
Okay.
Because whenever a woman looks at you, it's basically like her asking you out.
So she made direct eye contact, and because you're a dude, you were like, I need to ask her out, and then you asked her out?
Well, I set you up for hanging out sometime, so yeah, I guess so.
That is asking her out. That's exactly what you did.
You are a man of romantic words.
What did you guys do when you actually went out?
Well, she invited me over after the charity event.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Wow, she must
Oh
have
my
really
God.
wanted to thank you
You
for
guys-
your work.
What if she just wanted to make some lunch and talk to him? Like, that is a possibility here.
I don't know. She also made eye contact.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, by that time it was pretty late. So she said, you just come over and chill out and, take a load off. I've been on my feet all day. So I said, all right, maybe watch a movie or something.
Cool.
Did you feel like that was an invite to come back to do more than watch a movie? Because I would have.
Of course you would have.
I think almost any dude would
I
have.
know. I will say movie is usually code for other things.
I mean, it crossed my mind, but I just try and put one foot in front of the other. I don't want to get too far ahead. So I just said, okay. I was just interested really kind of hanging out and talking and getting to know her a bit better.
And that's your date, right? Your date was just when you guys went back to her house to watch the movie.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
And did you guys kiss? Anything romantic happen?
No, the closest we got to any romance is kind of towards the end of the movie. It was getting late. I said, I got to go. And she said, well, you could sleep here if you want. And I said, okay. And then she said, no funny business. I said, none expected. And then we fell asleep on the couch. We was holding hands when we fell asleep.
All right.
That's
A little bit of hand holding. Nice. I hope you were protected. I hope you wore gloves.
Yeah, we were protected.
All right. Good. So did you sleep there all night?
I did. I woke up. The sun came up. It kind of made the room all bright. And I woke up and I said, good morning. And we were fully clothed.
Uh-huh.
I think I said, let's get some coffee or something. But she just kind of stood up and she looked at me and then she just turned around and walked into her bedroom and closed the door.
What?
Whoa.
So she woke up and seemed angry at you.
Yeah.
Did she say anything about it at all?
I actually thought maybe it was a game or something.
Did you talk to her at all in this time? It sounds strange that she would wake up and seem angry at you for no reason.
I mean, she was in her bedroom. I didn't know what to do. So I went into the kitchen and I waited for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stood around. I mean, I stood around for 20 minutes. I waited for her. And then she came out, and I said, hey, what's up? I said, coffee? And she just said, you need to leave right now.
Whoa.
Oh, she was still mad. She was, still angry.
Yeah, she looked like she had seen a ghost or something. She was angry.
So you know for a fact that she's not happy with you about something.
She essentially kicked me out, but I have no idea why. I mean, I didn't do anything inappropriate. I was a gentleman. I always am. I never was forward or aggressive or anything. So I think there's just some confusion here or something.
Okay, you're not leaving anything out of your story. You guys got to her place, fell asleep watching a movie, holding hands, and that's it.
I mean, nothing else happened. I am telling you everything.
Okay.
I really had no idea what was wrong.
So
all right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, and then find out if you got a second date or if you get ditched.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hang on, man. All right, if you're just tuning in for the second part of today's second date, Tim is on the phone with us. He met a girl named Allison at a little charity function. They ended up actually going back to her house that night because I guess it was late, and she was like, don't worry about driving. We can totally hang out. Come over and watch a movie. And according to him, that's all that happened is they watched a movie, they fell asleep holding hands, woke up the next morning, and she was angry at him for some reason. She wouldn't talk to him. She finally talked to him about 20 minutes later after she had gone to her room, and she told him to leave. And that's the last that he's heard from her. All right, Tim, we're about to call her. If I get her on the phone and I ask her if something strange happened, because you swore to me that nothing else happened other than you guys fell asleep holding hands and that was it. If she tells me she woke up and you guys were still holding hands, but somehow you were in her clothes and she was in your clothes, I'm going to hang up on you right there because that is weird. Okay?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
And I never asked you, what did you like so much about Allison before she became angry?
She's just really nice. I mean, she's chill and she's cool.
All right. And you'd like to see her again?
Yeah, I want to see her again as long as she doesn't hate me, or at least she can explain to me why she hates me.
Yeah. It's always at least nice to know why somebody hates you. All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Allison, please?
this is she.
Hey, Allison, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Like the radio show?
Yeah, exactly like the radio show.
Hey.
How are you?
What's up?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Thank you for asking. We're just calling listeners in the local area to see
He's a liar.
what their favorite part of the show is this morning. Can you tell me what you like about the show the most?
I mean, you, of course.
Oh,
Good
thank
answer.
you.
All
Very
right,
good
Allison.
answer.
That
Very,
is a
very
bunch
good
of crap.
answer. Actually, Allison, any idea why I might be calling you?
I have no idea.
Well, have you heard the second dates before?
I think so. I normally listen to the phone taps.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, you are about to be the star of a second date because you recently went out on a date with somebody and you're not calling them back and they want us to get a hold of you.
Oh.
His name is Tim. You met him at a charity function and ended up actually sleeping with him first night that you met him, which I think is...
What? No.
Don't worry.
I know. No, don't
Calm
worry,
down,
Allison.
Allison.
Tim told us that you guys didn't sleep together. He said that he did fall asleep next to you, like on the couch holding hands while watching a movie, though.
I'm sorry. This is just really weird that you guys, know all of this. I mean, it wasn't even a date. It was I met him, and then, we hung out.
Right. Well, we talked to Tim because he emailed us and asked if we could get you on the phone and find out why you...
Why?
Well, he said you seemed really upset at him the next morning, and he also wanted to see why you're not responding to any of his phone calls or text messages or anything.
Did you not, think it was a date when he was coming over, you just wanted to be his friend or something?
No, I mean, it wasn't an official date, but it was just let's get to know each other. But I just realized that I don't think he's the one for me, and I would just rather not keep going there.
According to him, and you tell me if he's lying, he said that he woke up next to you, you seemed mad, you went in your room, stayed there for 20 minutes, and then when you finally came out, you told him to leave.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
So that sounds like you're legitimately angry with the guy. Right now, it doesn't sound like you hate him or anything, but what could have happened to make you so mad in the morning?
I'm not angry at him. It's complicated. I knew he wouldn't understand, and so it was just easier to not even go there.
Can you tell us so that you can give us a little bit of an understanding?
And to be honest, I got a sign. And it was just one of those things I knew.
A sign?
What sort of sign?
I don't expect you to understand, and I didn't expect him to understand, which is why I didn't even want to go into this. But I had a vision.
What do you mean? A dream?
What?
Yeah, I guess you would call it a dream. And Tim was in it, and he was he was after me. He had this huge samurai sword, and he was running after me, and he was chasing me. So I was running away.
What?
And are you seriously laughing at this?
I'm sorry. It's a little weird.
You know what?
You said, listen, we're not making fun of you for it. You even said we probably won't understand it, and I don't really understand why it would scare you enough to have a dream like that to not talk to somebody. So can you explain to me why a dream would make you feel that way in the morning?
I mean, it felt like it was one of those things. It was a sign, that God was warning me that this wasn't a good relationship. If you just meet somebody and you don't really know anything about them, and then they're in your dream and they're chasing you with a samurai sword, and at the end, I woke up when he stabbed me.
Yeah, but dreams mean all sorts of weird things.
You sometimes just get a gut feeling with things, and I have learned to trust my gut feeling, and I woke up from that. I haven't had a nightmare like that in a really long time.
So were you mad at him in the morning, or were you scared of him? Is that why you went to your room?
It was a really scary dream. I haven't had a dream like that in a while. And it's not I had a nightmare. Comfort me. He was the one who was the nightmare. And I needed some space.
But did he do anything at all in the awake world that was an indication of him being mean?
No. But, you hear those stories of people who seem to be really nice and then end up crazy, and I feel
Allison, I talked to him a little bit. He sounds like a weirdo to me. So
he does not.
I think maybe your gut was. I think your gut was right on that one. I'm going to tell you, I support you. Okay.
I don't feel like you're taking this very seriously.
No, I'm taking. Hey, listen, this is the way that you feel. I might not understand it because a dream has never scared me so much to not talk to somebody. Mm-hmm. But if that's the way you feel, that's important. Okay, and it scared you enough to not talk to him again. I'm just trying to get some clarification.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't call him. So you can tell him and...
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk to him about it?
No. That's why I haven't called him back or responded to his text. I think it's better if we just don't talk.
Okay, well, he is on the other line and would like to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Tim is actually listening on the other line right now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, this is so awkward.
Yeah, it is awkward. I mean, I'm paying for a crime that I didn't commit. I mean, come on. What if I was trying to protect you in the dream? Do you think of it that way?
You stabbed me.
That is, yeah,
Oh
that's
my gosh. Oh,
maybe. I don't know how that's protecting her, Tim. Stabbing her with was it a samurai sword? You said.
It was a samurai sword.
I mean, this is ridiculous. This is so unfair. I mean,
You know, I'm sure you're a great
Wait,
guy.
wait.
I'm sure you probably wouldn't actually stab anybody, but there's a reason I didn't call you back.
Okay, Allison, hold on. We spent about 10, 11 hours together in real life, in real time, and we had a great time. Then you have like probably, I don't know, a 20 to 25-minute dream about me running around with some sword, and you're going to take 25 minutes of dream world versus 11 hours of real time? I mean, you got to give me a chance.
It's true.
It wasn't just a dream, Tim. I think that there was something prophetic to it. There was something, I feel like it was a sign. It's not just a scary dream. I feel like it means that we're not supposed to be together.
He just seems so nice. I mean, like, how many guys will just hold your hand while you fall asleep and not try anything?
And that's exactly what people say about guys who will stab you with a samurai sword.
Come on.
It's better to listen to your gut, Allison. Trust me, okay? You don't want to be another statistic.
Allison, how about this? Is there someone else in your life trying to hurt you? Because I can help you with that.
There is nobody. I'm not some, like, traumatized little girl, okay? I had a dream. It freaked me out. I don't want to date you. It's that simple.
Now that brings me to my question, Allison. Would you like to go on a second date? Okay. You didn't even let me finish. I was going to offer to pay for it. What if it's a nice Asian restaurant?
No!
Chinese or Japanese, something like that.
You know what? You guys have already made fun of me enough of this. I gotta go.
Oh,
all right.
No.
Hey, Tim, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, man.
Tim, stop stabbing girls with samurai swords in their sleep, man.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I've screwed up so many dates in so many ways, but I've never done one through a dream before.
Hey, there you go. At least you have a story to tell now. That's a talent.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We got an email from one of our listeners named Michelle. She says her date was going pretty normal until it ended extremely weird. And now she doesn't know what to think. She didn't get into specifically what was weird about the ending, but I'm assuming probably towards the end of the night the conversation went to the Mount Owen Moa.
What? What'd you just say?
That's a big flightless bird that once roamed New Zealand.
Yeah.
At least that's where my mind goes when I'm on a weird date. The Mount Owen Moa. Is that what happened, Michelle? Talking about birds?
No, not birds exactly, but
Oh.
Jeffrey is like so obsessed with birds. He's
You
into
are
birding,
now.
like everything.
Not
about,
just any bird. It's
I'm
the
just
Mount
saying,
Owen Moa.
It's just all awkward.
You gotta give it
let's
its
get
due
over
credit.
it. Okay. Sorry, Michelle,
He's a
but we
bird
all learned
watcher.
something just now, so that's good.
Was your date weirder an ending than that was?
it was definitely strange, and I'm not really sure what happened.
Well, before we get to what was weird, what's the guy's name?
His name is Dylan.
Okay. And where'd you meet Dylan?
I met him on a dating app.
What stood out about him?
Like, he seemed really fit.
Fit?
Yeah, like seemed like he was like an active guy and like,
Six-pack.
you know, in like good shape, not like beefy or anything, but
Tone.
You say that, and Jose's just really jealous all of a
I'm-
sudden
I'm
because he
sorry.
doesn't have
I
that.
got mad
I'm sorry, it
right
has
away.
nothing to do with your date.
Yeah, Jose's rubbing his belly.
So,
It's just not fair.
I mean, it's kind of important because you're attracted off people's looks right away, you know?
Uh-huh.
The only thing that I also noticed that I was attracted to, other than his abs, which were looking good,
Oh, God.
he was texting like really funny, and he said, oh, you know, this is where I'm going to drop a corny line. And then he sent me a bunch of corn emojis.
Oh,
look at that.
I gotta steal that.
So what did you guys end up doing on your date?
We just met at like a local casual bar just to like talk over a beer.
That had protein powder in it, so you guys were both ripped the whole time?
No, not that crazy.
Okay.
So how'd it go?
Oh, it was just kind of a normal date, you know? We were just hanging out, talking about normal stuff.
Okay. And, I mean, during it, because you can always tell whether or not you even want to go out with this person again. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, he seemed like a really nice guy. It seemed like we had some stuff in common. I like rock climbing, like going to the bouldering gym, and he had also done some of that, so we were bonding over that, and that was really cool. So, I guess I was interested in him, for sure.
So when did the date get weird?
So we were just sitting there talking and hanging out, and then all of a sudden he looked at his watch, and he made this weird face, and then said that he had to go, that he forgot he had something important to do, and he said he's so sorry, and then just like got up and left.
Did he have a smartwatch where he was reading text messages on his watch?
No, that would make sense. He just had like a regular old watch.
It's like, oh, this is the time I turn into a pumpkin. I must rush.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you a werewolf or what's happening here?
And that's weird that he would schedule something in the middle of a date, too.
Yeah, I didn't even know if he had something actually scheduled.
Yeah.
He didn't really explain or say anything. I mean, we hadn't even hung out an hour, so none of this made sense.
So do you feel like it was something about you that all of a sudden he was repulsed by and he had to run from the bar?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's immediately where Brooke's mind goes, that there's clearly something wrong with you, Michelle.
No, we were vibing, so I don't think so. Weird. The only thing that came to my mind was that he had another date.
Oh, that he like double booked himself?
Yeah, maybe.
You're gonna get that with a hot dude with chiseled abs. And
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah, not bitter over here at all. Don't worry. Go with the chubby guy. He would never ditch you at night.
Exactly, and he wants to eat.
Yeah.
So he's gonna stay at the bar.
All right.
Hilarious.
Sorry.
So, Michelle, have you reached out to him after your date?
Yeah, I had texted him a couple times just saying like, hey, is everything good? And he wrote me back and said, like, everything's all good. But, I asked if he wanted to try and meet up again and have, like, a more proper date. And he never wrote me back.
He never wrote you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously not into you, but who knows
Brooke,
why.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Why
I'm just
are you being so
honest.
rude? He's obviously not into you, but you know what? I guess we'll try and get a date for your sad, lonely person.
What sign points to he likes you? I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but that's just the reality of dating.
Wow, okay.
They had
Michelle,
chemistry.
I think you're wonderful,
Yes.
by
I'm
the
not
way.
saying
You're
Jeff.
wonderful
Jeff.
and you're amazing at dating. And what
you.
we're going to do right here is we're going to call Dylan.
God.
And we're going to find out all the amazing
Yes.
reasons that he should go out with you again.
Thank you,
Okay,
Jeff.
we're also going to discover why he doesn't like you.
Brooke,
so
just come on.
you're good with that, right?
We're going to change our attitude, play a song, and come back and get your second date update, all right?
Totally. Thank you.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, we're talking to Michelle right now. She went out with a guy named Dylan. And Dylan's handsome, he's fit, he's funny, he's charming.
Oh, Dylan.
Oh, wait, is this me?
No,
Oh, sorry,
You better stop.
I'm looking at my bio on the radio
Yeah,
website.
uh-huh.
That's my bad. No,
that is so cute.
no, Dylan's
Wow.
weird. Dylan's a weirdo. Other than being super toned and having nice abs, we have absolutely nothing in common.
Uh-huh.
Same.
But apparently, him and Michelle went out to a bar, they had a few drinks together, and at one point, Dylan checked his watch and looked surprised and suddenly told her that he had to go. No explanation beyond that, and so she's been having a hard time reaching him ever since then. Michelle, are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Yeah, you better be, because I'm going to tell you he's going to drop the hammer. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But I know that you've been racking your brain because there's not a woman alive that doesn't overanalyze every second of a date.
Oh, totally.
Can you think of anything you said that would make him feel like he had to run?
In a bad
What? I'm just
No.
saying. Like, did she bring up marriage? She dropped the L-bomb? Where are you at?
No, we didn't talk about any kind of like past relationships. We only talked about positive things. But I don't know, like maybe he had like a medication he forgot to take. I really have no idea.
All right.
I like that. Let's blame him.
For once, yes, Brooke.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
All right.
Well, we're going to call Dylan now, and we're going to figure out once and for all what his deal is, okay?
Yeah, great.
Okay, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Dylan, please?
This is he.
My name is Young Jeffrey. I work on the radio. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking me that.
Oh, that's nice, Dylan.
No one ever asks.
Oh, come on.
They don't.
There's like a bunch of people on the phone there with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my radio cohorts. Is that the right way to say it? Co-hosts?
Whatever.
We're a radio show, Dylan, so there's a couple of us in the room.
Yeah.
And there's like
people listening besides me. And
okay, I don't think I have time to explain to you how listening and how radio works. The reason that we're calling you is because we're doing something called a second date update.
Okay.
Can we talk to you about your dating life right now? Okay, I'm taking that as a yes.
Not all of it, just one date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically with a girl you went out with recently named Michelle.
Oh, yeah, Michelle. I remember Michelle.
Okay. Then why aren't you calling her back, Dylan?
Oh, I mean, I intend to. I really think she's pretty cool, actually. I've kind of got a plan in the works.
A plan?
Okay.
So, yeah, I just have to wait till later tonight.
You know,
Tonight?
Okay.
What's going on?
Are you in a relationship and you're planning to break up with your girlfriend tonight, and then you're going to call Michelle back for the second date?
What?
Guess that's a no.
I think you spoke a little bit too quickly there, Brooke. So why can't you just call her now? Why do you have to wait?
No, it's just important. I have to wait till 6 o'clock.
Why are you all about time, man? That is so weird. She told us on the date that you looked at your clock and you're like, I gotta go, and you ran out of the date.
Oh, she told you that?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously left a pretty big impression when you think things are going well and then suddenly your date ditches you.
I mean, I was having a really great time.
So why would you run away?
Why do you talk so slow, Dylan?
No, it's not. I didn't run away. It's just that I had to end the date there at that time.
Why?
Because we had reached 56 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
What does that mean?
Why? 56 minutes is such a random number.
Yeah.
No, it's actually very specific. So there's this really cutting-edge article in this Men's Health magazine.
Oh, no.
And it says that the optimum time for, the peak enjoyment of a first date is 57 minutes.
Huh.
So if I set my watch, and at 56 minutes, I know I need to wrap it up, and then, that'll increase the chances for a second date and a third date.
You leave before the date peaks?
Hold on.
No, the article says your optimal time for a first date is 57 minutes.
So you left a minute early.
No. I set it for 1 minute shy so I could wrap things up, and then leave right at the peak.
Why didn't you set it for 50 minutes so that you could have had 7 minutes to casually wrap things up rather than sprinting out?
What are you guys even saying? Why don't you just go with the flow on a date and just feel the mood of everything and then realize, okay, now it's time for this to be over.
Well,
a normal human being.
No. I mean, studies have proven your chances of the date going poorly increase by 7-fold after 15 minutes from the 57-minute mark. So if I tried to extend it a little bit or anything, I would have probably lost track of time. And then it's that XY axis just starts plummeting.
Okay.
I feel like we've been listening
Dylan,
to this
you're
for
hurting my
57
brain.
minutes.
Listen, Dylan, I understand that there's studies. Is there any studies on how your chances decrease with a woman if you just ditch her suddenly?
I mean, I didn't ditch her suddenly. I said I had a really wonderful time, but I have to go for something.
Right, and then you haven't been calling her back or scheduling a second date.
Guys. No, I have to wait until 6 p.m. tonight because linked to that 57-minute first date experience is a locked-in 75-hour waiting period, and that is the optimum time to call and then ask for a second date.
Oh my God.
Dude, why don't you just talk to her right now?
Oh, seriously, this is exhausting.
Well, no, I mean, that's not part of the plan.
Well, I'm throwing a wrench into your plan because Michelle is actually on the phone listening and she wants to talk to you.
Yeah,
What?
hi, Dylan.
What?
How weird.
I didn't know you were on the phone. This is not good for the plan.
Dylan, forget the plan. Just talk to her.
I'm not into playing games, and this whole thing that you just came up with, this whole plan, that is just so strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't come up with it. Like, a lot of top-notch people researched it and wrote it up in the Men's Health magazine. So, I mean,
That's cool, but you couldn't, you couldn't explain something at the end of the date? You just kind of wanted to, use me as bait?
No. It's just, I really liked you, and, I've had some dates where we just tried to see how the date would go, and they didn't end well, so I read this article.
This feels very manipulative to me.
Whoa.
He walked away from you, Michelle, because he likes you.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
For sure, Michelle.
I'm understanding what he's saying, and I get that the intention was good and positive, but it just feels very juvenile to me.
I think it feels juvenile because you're talking with me 6.5 hours before the optimum time, and I was going to call you, and so it's I think it's having adverse effects.
It's science.
On the whole plan.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, we threw off the time continuum with this call.
Yeah.
It was working. She wants to see him. She called us to call him.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is true. But now that I know that it was all a big calculated plan, I don't know, man. That feels just weird. It feels like you're going to be playing games the entire time. Our entire relationship, if we were to see each other again, is going to be... Okay, well, I don't want you to pitch a vacation, but we have to wait 45 days, and then we can't kiss until 2:34 on the 4.5 date. What?
I think what she's saying, Dylan, is that it's really sweet that you really wanted things to go well, but maybe just be more relaxed.
Oh, so you mean follow the plan, but just be a little relaxed with it.
No.
I could call her at 6:05 instead of 6.
Dylan.
No, we mean...
Dylan, you need to take the plan, print it out, set it on fire, throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
Okay, she doesn't want your plan. She just wants you to be you.
Exactly.
Oh.
Can you do that?
That is a great ask, Dylan. That is what people are looking for in the dating world.
Okay, but just so that everybody knows, her finding out about the plan wasn't in the plan.
Of course it
Shocking.
wasn't.
So it's a contingency that's just...
I know.
We know.
All
We
right.
know.
Well, how about we make
Yeah.
a new plan where we'll send you guys out on a date and we'll pay for that date.
Ooh.
If you guys say yes. Oh, yeah. Is that a good plan, Dylan?
I mean, I think I can get down with that plan.
Okay.
All right.
Look at that. Look, he's flexible. See, Michelle? He's flexible. He's willing to go with the flow.
Yeah. And don't forget about the 6-pack abs. So with all those things together, Michelle, are you willing to go out on a second date with him? We'll pay for it.
I will go on a second date under my circumstances.
Ooh, she's coming up with a plan now.
Ooh.
What's the circumstances?
We meet at 12:43 on Wednesday.
Dylan.
She sees you, Dylan. She sees you.
You're perfect for each other.
I don't know about this, but I'll give it a try.
Oh, man.
Congratulations, Michelle. You got a successful second date update.
Thank you. I don't know if there's going to be a third, but we'll see how the second one goes.
There you go. That's all we have.
Moving 92.5.